Welcome. I'm Terry McGill. I live in Portland, Oregon, out on the west coast of the United States, about 80, 90 miles from the Pacific Ocean. And that would be a good place to be today because it's just beautiful weather here in Oregon today. And we're not here to talk about the weather. This is Who's Your Neighbor? And it started because of COVID. A lot of people were locked up, locked down, locked in, and it wasn't a pleasant situation for some. And we began to realize that we're human beings and we need likable companionship, and the more the better. You may have heard the story that we need 8 hugs a day to be healthy. That's not a metaphysical teaching. That's a reality. It's been tested. Not only that, but a hug needs to last for about 20 seconds or more because the body then begins to produce hormones that make us feel good. So, who knew this about a hug? So we're not doing hugs with this show physically, but we are connecting. This show is all about connectivity. It's about communication, cooperation, bringing people together. And it's morphed because it was originally for the first 12, 15 weeks. I was just interviewing people that I've known for 5, 10, 25 years in the Portland, Oregon area. But it's grown. Tonight, for example, our Dow Hands practitioner, because tonight is about one of the nights where we demonstrate this, what's been called miracle healing ability. And so our Dow Hands practitioner is in the California area, and the recipient who is going to describe her physical issue, she's clear across the whole United States. She's like 2,800 miles away. So I'm up in Portland, Oregon. I'm about 550 miles from Candy, who we'll bring on right now. Candy, are you here? Hello.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Candy from California.
Yes. And I've known Candy actually, we haven't seen each other since before COVID hit. But I remember when I would go down to California, to San Francisco, I would see you at the different events. So welcome. I'm so happy that you are coming on our show tonight. And the interesting thing is, you do know Frances Ann, don't you?
Yes, I know Frances Ann for a couple of years.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, before we ask Frances Ann to come on, you're a Dow Healing Hands practitioner. If I remember right, you were a Divine Healing Hands practitioner, weren't you? Before
Yes.
the hands came along?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I have the training. The first time I met you, I have the Divine Healing Hand training in California, in San Francisco.
Right, quite a while back, years. Yes. And the Divine Healing Hands, for our viewers, that was the earlier level, and Dow Hands is just, it's a different name. It's a more powerful level. Dow meaning source. Yeah. So, Candy, how many years has it that you've been using Dow Hands or Divine Healing Hands?
A little bit more than 10 years, maybe around 11, 12 years.
Wow. So you must have received yours about the same time I did. I received mine in 2010 in San Francisco. That was the first time that they were given out. So either you were there or the next year.
Yeah, I think maybe in 2011 or 12. I don't remember now.
Right, it's been a while. So when you're using this somebody called it a magic wand on the end of my arm. It says I got a magic wand on the end of my arm. What has been the experience of people that you've helped with this divine hands, Dao hands?
Actually, I'm a licensed massage therapist, and I also do distant healing with pendulum or emotion code. So I have clients that I do session back to back every day for months. So sometimes they all of a sudden she will text me, Candy, please send us blessing or do a session. She has a fight with her husband. So I was driving. I cannot pick up my pendulum and do anything or check what kind of emotion they need to clear. I'm driving. What can I do? Sometimes I was massaging a client. So what I can do is I quiet my mind, ground me, and then I connect with my divine healing hands or the Tao hands. Please offer them a healing blessing. And then when I'm driving, I sing and focus the love and light cocoon them. But if I am doing a massage, then I just massage my client at the same time. I sing silently, very focused on sending them love and light and seeing that the divine or the Tao hands clearing all the disharmony between them. And then after that, I will ask my client, couple hours after, I asked my client, how's doing? She said, much better. So I like that kind of story. Sometimes she sent me, many times she asked for emergency blessing or asked me to do something. I never share with her what I'm going to do. I just only want the result, whatever that make them calm down, more happy. Sometimes she will text me, oh my God, it's much better. He's sleeping now. We will see what happened tomorrow. Sometimes she will tell me, I know you are doing something. He's different.
So they can feel something when they don't even know that you're sending a blessing.
I would never tell them, but she will text me, I know you're doing something.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So that's emotions. Have you used it for physical issues?
Yeah, for myself, couple times. One time was my stomach was not feeling well, but I'm in front of a traffic light, and it is about 3 to 5 minutes from home. I turn on my divine healing hand. At that time was the divine healing hands. I asked divine healing hand, please heal my stomach, heal my abdomen. I'm just couple minutes from home. Please do the pain again when I'm home, when I settle down. So I totally forgot when I'm home, but all of a sudden, the pain came back so that I can sit down and do more other healing for my stomach, my abdomen, get a message. What happened? What do you want from me? That is my physical problem, the story from my physical problem. Another one is like now I'm nervous for the show. So when you were talking earlier, I asked, dear divine healing hand, dear Tao hands, please be with me. Be with me. Give me the courage and do this live session with me. Make it smooth, joy, fun, easy, and success. So once I'm done with that, I feel more quiet, have more inner peace. So I use it in many different ways. Sometimes my clients, when I do a massage, they have some like crying or something they cannot control or more pain. I will silently. It is very easy for the Tao hands blessing. You don't need to tell the client what you are going to do, when to do. I'm driving, I can turn it on, right? So when I'm massaging them, I just keep my smile, keep my ears open to listen to them, and then I talk to Tao hands. Please send this person love, clear all this trauma or sadness as appropriate. That's how I apply at for my daily life, for my own self, or for work. For something I cannot control, like this kind of live show, I feel nervous. Now it's better.
I was nervous the first few too.
It's normal.
It is, right. In fact, there's an old saying around actors. Um, one of them is, they tell it when they're about ready to go on stage, they say, break a leg, which is not a message that I would want to send or hear. But I remember reading about a world famous actor, and he says, nervous. He says, I am nervous before uh, every time he goes on stage, and that surprised me. Um, so it's human nature. So I'm curious. Our our, um, our demonstration person tonight has a physical issue. Um, are you comfortable with sending her blessing for that?
I think I'm not doing the job. It's the down hands doing the job. So I
That's
think it's okay, right?
yeah. I sometimes forget that. Um, it's like, okay, I gotta get my head right, but yeah, we don't do it. It's source. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we're just the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't we ask our engineer, our producer, to bring our demonstration person on? Hello, Francis Ann.
Hi, Terry. Hi, Candy. Good to see
Hi,
you.
Francis. Good to see you.
Yeah,
So, Francis Ann, um, you've got something going on with one of your hands. Which one is it?
it's my right hand,
Uh-huh.
and this began in 2015. I'm a registered nurse, and I was doing home health, working with mentally and physically challenged children at that time. And I was working with a young man who did not want to go to bed, did not want his tube feeding, and did not want his pajamas on and his clothes changed. And so his way of letting me know that this was not what he wanted to do was to start kicking me, and he kicked me in the chest, up this way, and I held my hands up, and so I got my hands kicked as well. And so this was in 2015. For a long time, I was unable to open jars. I was studying calligraphy and couldn't hold the calligraphy brush for many years.
So you're right-handed, and
Yes,
and that it was the thumb area.
yeah, it's the thumb area, and actually, there's a connection between a nerve here and my thumb area, and it's in my wrists now as I get older and time goes by because it's been 7 years, and the pain level is usually about a 7. It's a dull ache all the time, but with some special movements, I can really feel it. It'll be a sharp pain.
So, Candy, be my guest.
And I'm honored.
So, Francis Ann, I want you to take a couple deep cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose down to your tailbone. Expand your lower abdomen. Hold it for 2 counts. And then exhale through your mouth like blowing out a candle. Inhale. Again, inhale deep and slow down to your tailbone. Expand your lower abdomen. Hold it for 2 counts. And then exhale all that is not serving you well. Again, when you exhale, empty all emotions. One more, empty all thoughts. I want you to bring back to your memory that things happened in 2015 that hurt your thumb and the nerve and your wrist on your right thumb, right side of your body. Bring back that trauma and tell the divine, the source, your higher self that you learn your lesson. So I, Frances Ann, I learned my lesson. I'm ready to be healed. I love my thumb. I need my thumb to be healthy and happy. Dear my thumb, I love you. You are important to me. I'm very sorry for all the mistakes I have made, or I cannot protect you well enough. I ask you to forgive me. I love you. Please receive my love and visualize the divine's love and light wrap around your whole right side of your thumb, your wrist, your arm, everything. And you visualize that your thumb is happy, your shoulder, your nerve, your wrist is healthy and happy and relaxed. You just focus on there for like couple seconds. I'm going to ask divine Tao to send love, blessing to your thumb, right wrist, and the nerve. Ooh. Mani Pama Hong, Wong Mani Pama Hong. Wong Mani Pama Hong, Wong Mani Pama Hong. Mani Wong Mani Pama Hong, Wong Mani Pama Hong. Ooh. Woman Mama Hong, woman Mama Hong, woman Mama Hong, ira ira, woman Mama Get Woman, woman, mama, woman, mama. Continue to focus to receive the love and see that the blood, the chi flows through very well, from your leg to your thumb to every part of your body. And you let go of that old story. With that old story, you were a nurse and there is a young person. The whole thing, you put it into a balloon and you decorate the balloon whatever, however you want. And you thank the young guy this lesson. The business is done. The business is done. It is completely done. You put everything, the hurt, the pain, the emotion, and the young guy into the balloon and allow it, let it free, let it fly, let it go to heaven. You send the balloon to heaven with your love. You let go of all this. And you are new now. You are new. And you align with your thumb, your whole arm, your neck. Now you can be the strong Princess Amber again. You can hold a little free brush very well. You can sign, you can paint, you can draw, you can drive. It's just normal. It's just normal. How you are loved, we all are loved. We claim our power back. We can do whatever we want. We love every part of our body and we receive love from every part of our body. Slowly come back and feel how you feel and be the new you.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was amazing because I could feel this tiny movement in my wrist and my thumb the whole time, and it felt as if it was re-knitting something, you know. And I could feel the connection between the area of the nerve here and my thumb too. So right now the pain level has dropped to about a 3, and it's in one specific area, which is right here. Whoops, right there. Whereas before it was more there, more around, all in here. So very powerful. What I saw too was a triangle of light from San Francisco to Portland to Virginia, and it was like it was absolutely beautiful. It really was. So I The other thing was that your voice, I felt as if I was in ancient China on a mountaintop. It was just, it was so peaceful and easy for me to allow what was happening to happen and to know that it's still happening. Thank you. Thank you.
Her voice is different, huh? The energy is different. Terry, is that right? She's more herself, right? Can't hear you, Terry. I think you mute yourself.
Thank you. Yes, I was watching Francis Ann during the blessing, and she was just having a wonderful place. Wherever she was having a good time.
Yeah.
And Candy, there's like 4 people at least online right now that commented, and they're just enchanted with your voice. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, it was lovely. Yes.
Mm-hmm. During the session, I saw that there's some non-beneficial energy left your neck and your shoulder, the top area. There's some energy, some blood energy like that's that long leaving your body without struggling. And I think it is a very good idea to ask your hand and your thumb to give love and massage your neck and shoulder to the connection because it was disconnected for a certain period of time.
Okay.
So, yeah. If anyone who watched this video, if you want to connect with me and experience the power of the song, it was not me singing. I turned on my Dao Sang channel and asked the spirits to sing with me. So I was totally surrendered and allowed the voice, the chant, the mantra to come out. And then I have some movement because just sent those energy, the young gentleman back to heaven because everything is done. Just focus on what you want. Shoot, right? You can dance with your thumb on the brush. If anyone wants to experience that, it is my honor, my pleasure. Just text me.
Candy, we're losing your voice. There's a lot of distortion right now, so there may be some. Or let me just double check. Francis Ann, could you hear clearly?
The latter part of what Candy was saying was not clear. No.
Right. Yeah. It happens with these internet transmissions. Sometimes they're clear and sometimes they're not. We had one person on once. They had to literally log off and dial back in, I think 6 or 7 times in a half an hour. It was amazing. Yeah.
So what I want to share with everyone is my love, my service. And if you are interested to experience my singing, you are free, you're welcome to text me at 408-883-6286 to experience.
We put that into the chat, so it'll be there for anybody who watches in the future also.
So to experience the transformation of the voice, the sound, and the Tao Hand blessing, or maybe after you experience it, you want to be your own Tao Hand practitioner so that you can apply it anytime. But I am very honored and happy to sing for you. We can do it on the phone or Zoom, whatever. Just contact me, text me.
Wonderful. Candy, thank you so much. And Francis Ann, it was good to see you both again. It's been at least 3 years, maybe more, since I've seen either one of you.
I
Um, I'm looking forward to when we can travel and meet in person again. Some of these trainings we've been in together.
I am too. Thank you both very, very much.
And I
Love you,
think,
Miss Anne. Love you, Terry. Love
see if I can get that going
everyone.
right. I can't make it. There we go. That's how I'm doing it. Yeah. So thank you both very much.
Yeah.
And I
Thank
want
you.
to build on what Candy was saying as our engineer um, brings me back on all by myself. So I'm going to ask our engineer to post into the chat room and maybe on here too. Yes, there it is. If you're interested in what is this Dow Healing Hands, whatever it is, I mean, first time I heard it, I didn't remember what the name was. So if you go to this website, 5levelsofcreationportland.com, Dow Healing Hands Portland. There's a long web page there. The training is different than it used to be. If you want to heal yourself, then there's a 1-day training. You don't have to memorize, 6 symbols and have 3 months of follow-up training to be able to do it. 1 day's training, and then you'll receive an energetic transmission. It's a light transmission, very high frequency. When I received mine, it was like there was something going on with my hand, and the trainer said, okay, keep your eyes closed for a minute and just experience this. Like, no way, I'm going to open my eyes and see what's going on with my hand, because it feels like it's expanding. It feels like somebody hooked a helium tank up to a Mickey Mouse glove and just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I looked at my hand, and there was absolutely nothing that I could see. But I knew there was something different because it didn't feel the same. So we receive the transmission into one of our hands, whichever the dominant hand is. Level 1, you become a Tao Healing Hands practitioner, able to heal yourself. You can give yourself Tao Healing Hands blessings a dozen times a day or more if it feels appropriate. The level 2 is, and this is where a lot of people go, especially if they have family. Level 2 allows you get a different level of transmission. It allows you to do more with the divine healing hand, and it allows you to offer physical, emotional, and mental healings to other people also. Now, if it's family, no problem. If it's anyone else, you have to communicate and they have to agree. So we can't send them, and we don't send them, to the whole neighborhood or the whole world. That's not appropriate. It doesn't work. And then there's level 3. Level 3 is when we want to do more. For example, some people, like Frances Ann Brown, who was our demonstration person tonight, she speaks with animals and offers healings to animals. She's a specialist. That's a focus. That's, just different people have different focuses. With me, one of my focuses is with home blessings. That's something that the level 3 of Tao Healing Hands, and you have to take them in order. Level 1, then you can take level 2, and then level 3. Level 3, boy, the sky is the limit. You can send a blessing for a financial blessing. You can offer a home blessing. If somebody has a business office, you can check your pendulum, because the registration fee may be higher if it's a business, because there may be more disturbed information there. And so, your Tao Hands has to bring more, and we're not doing it, incidentally, just to rephrase that, because Candy mentioned that earlier. I don't do a home blessing. I just say, okay, these people would like to have their home blessed, and the lot, where they live. In fact, I think I did 17 acres once, where the home was. Only I didn't do it. I said, "Dear my Dowhands, please offer a Dowhands blessing as appropriate." So that's just a few of the different ways that Dowhands can be used. We can also offer what's called spiritual journey blessing, which is really important to some people. It's the enlightenment journey. It's the whatever the terms are. If you know there's something about your life that's not happening, then Dowhands practitioners can offer a blessing for that if they've received the third level. And there's thousands of us around the world. I heard the other day that there were over 7,000 Dowhands healers, and I know there were over 11,000 at the lower level, the Divine Healing Hands practitioners. So, there could be, 15,000 different healers around the world, could be one in your neighborhood. But if you would like to become one yourself, the nice thing is you don't have to memorize symbols. You don't have to have 6 months of training. You come one day on a Saturday from 9 to 5, and it's usually that. But there are some instructors who offer it at different times. So you can learn more about it if you're interested. The website, let me read it. 5 Levels of Creation. Right, there it is. Thank you so much. I love my engineer there in the back room. She's a wizard. So I'm Terry McGill, and this is Who's Your Neighbor? We're here every Tuesday, and I'm just trying to remember. We have another California person next week. From down in the not San Francisco, down in, I believe he's in the greater Los Angeles area. Boy, that's a big area down there. So I invite you to tune back in. In fact, go to the Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Dow, T-A-O, Dow Center, Portland. And you'll be able to see, I think there's 25, 26, 27 episodes now. Every week they just keep going, and you'll be amazed. Did you know that there's a bicycle library in Portland, Oregon? Check it out. I think that's about episode number 8. Fascinating story. And listening to her, wow, and reading the book that she and one of the people, the street people that she met, because the bicycle library is about providing books to people that are homeless, unhomed, whatever the words you use. And, think about what it would be like if you couldn't walk down the hall to your bathroom and take a shower. How do you brush your teeth? How do you get back and forth to a store? Anyway, there's a lot of fascinating stories, 25, 26, 27 episodes. And we'll add one more next week, and I invite you back then. So until next week, I'm Terry McGill. This is Who's Your Neighbor?